Hello viewers, in today's video I'm going to show you how to get an IELTS 8 band by rephrasing the topic and by using rich lexical resources, in fact rich vocabulary. Just before I get started, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, also smash the like button. Do not forget to comment below, so that way I can come up with more such videos in the future which is going to help you in every way. Let's get started. So what do we have here? The use of personal cars has increased more than ever before, but this use of cars causes many problems. What are those problems? In order to reduce these problems, should we discourage people to use cars? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own experience and knowledge. Even though they are asking you to write 250 words, there is no upper word limit in IELTS essay writing. You can go up to 350 words is what I suggest if you're going to write 4 to 5 paragraphs. But if there is an increase, it's okay, but your essay writing should be very good. What I mean is rich lexical resources. Let's see what do we have here. The use of personal cars, private vehicle, increased, upsurged, more than ever before, exponentially, and causes problems, devastation. To reduce the problem, curtail, discourage the people, ask them to reduce their carbon footprint. That's it. We can get started. The exponential growths in private vehicle manufacturing has led to an upsurge in climate change, or has led to upsurge climate change. However, this is due to increased emission of CO2 in the air, leading to devastation. Causing flood like situation and landslides everywhere. I'm sorry, I got a bad throat today due to the weather. Now, the individuals and society that people live in must take cognizance of the amount of carbon So what are they doing? In fact, the individuals and society that people live in must take cognizance of cognizance of their personal car usage and curtail their carbon footprint. Okay. If you start writing in this manner, the assessors of IELTS test or examination will be more than willing to give you an 8 band or maybe more. The exponential growth in private vehicle manufacturing has led to an upsurge in climate change. However, this is due to increased emission of CO2 in the air, leading to devastation, causing flood-like situation and landslides everywhere. The individuals and society that people live in must take cognizance of their personal car usage and curtail their carbon footprint. Then what? To begin with, to begin with, the people must be educated to use renewable or alternative energy driven cars like electric and gas compressed or we can just change it to use. Okay, to begin with, the people must be educated to use electric and gas compressed driven cars rather than using, because I've used one verb, so I can use a gerund, not an issue, rather than using fossil fuel vehicles. For example, the government can give subsidies to electric car owners like they do in other countries. To begin with, the people must be educated to use electric and gas compressed driven cars rather than using fossil fuel vehicles. For example, the government can give subsidies to electric car owners like they do in other countries, like in Switzerland, in UK, in France. So most of the vehicles are electric driven vehicles. Those are public transport systems. Mostly people have fossil fuel driven cars. Those are personal cars. Furthermore, people have started buying electric and gas driven cars in order to curtail polluting the environment. Okay. Furthermore, people have started buying electric and gas driven cars in order to curtail polluting the environment. Then what? Additionally, there should be a strict enforcement of the use of fossil fuel cars manufacturing. Okay, additionally, there should be a strict enforcement by every government, we can say that, or by every country. By curbing the fossil fuel cars manufacturing. So additionally, there should be strict enforcement by every country in curbing the fossil fuel cars manufacturing or cars production. We can change it because we have already used it. So there is a need to change our attitude as it may lead to cascading effect in the future. So I also said there is a need to change our attitude now as it may lead to cascading effect in the future. On the other hand, the people must refrain from using personal vehicles for long journey and must take and shall take public transport system instead of depending on their. We have already said it, so it's not required. On the other hand, people must refrain from using personal cars. Instead, we can say personal cars for long journey and shall take public transport system instead of depending system. That's more than sufficient. For instance, people in Switzerland and UK have electric driven trains. We do have electric driven trains, but majority of it is changing now from how it used to be a steam engine or which used to use a lot of coal, and all that is changing. Okay, for instance, people in Switzerland and UK have electric driven vehicles to travel interstate and swiftly. Okay. For instance, people in Switzerland and UK have electric driven vehicles to travel interstate swiftly. Moreover, every country or every nation must pledge and what else they can do? They can, in fact, say no to any vehicle in a week, one day. Okay, moreover, every nation and individual must pledge and take a vow to not use personal cars at least one day in a week. This way, what will happen? Okay, as a result of which people can witness a reduced ozone depletion. So I still remember in pandemic, India, in India, it was, I think, more or less 40 days we were using the cars and personal vehicles sparingly because the petrol stations, the gas stations were closed mostly. So it used to open only in certain time. I heard that somewhere around, if not in a big way, the ozone depletion was curtailed to a great extent. So it is possible, as a result of which people can witness a reduced ozone depletion. Finally, if every citizen starts acting soon, there will be a day when the Mother Earths can go carbon negative. So I have to see how many words I've written, because if I'm going to exceed 250 words, I should also know how to stop by not writing more than 350 words, because even though there is no upper word limit, we have to make sure that we write diligently to get an 8 band. And just not keep on writing just because we know how to write. So in conclusion, I think I will exceed 275 words. I can stop at that. In conclusion, it is the duty of every individual to make a conscious effort okay, it is the duty of every individual to make a conscious effort to use their energy, resources sparingly. Okay, in conclusion, it is the duty of every individual to make a conscious effort in the use of their energy resources. in order to stop the untoward instances of nature. In conclusion, it is the duty of every individual to make a conscious effort in the use of their energy resources sparingly in order to stop the untoward incidences of the future. Therefore, if we just ask ourselves, or if people just initiate to go carbon, or therefore if people just initiate to go neutral in the use of diesel, and petrol driven gases, then the then people can all live in harmony without disturbing the beauty around us. Okay, so if you write in this way, I'm sure you will get an 8 band. If not 8 band, at least 7.5, because I've seen people getting 7.5 and 8 or 8.5 on the writing more often than before, because if you use rich vocabulary, rich lexical resources, then it is possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the other side.